7 mistakes to avoid for financial success. If you want to stand out from the crowd, you have to make sacrifices that most people aren't willing to make. That's what my mentor told me in my early 20s, and that advice has stuck with me ever since. I started with no qualifications and no money, yet I still managed to become a multi-millionaire. A big part of my success came from avoiding 7 key mistakes that I'll share with you today. Step number 1 is to imagine landing a well-paying job, but that you find boring. Your bank account grows, your friends think you're doing great, and your parents are proud. But over time, your earning potential plateaus. Now picture an alternative. You take on a challenging but lower-paying job. The first few years are tough. You struggle financially. Your friends think you're falling behind, and your parents might question your choices. But as you develop valuable skills, your earning potential skyrockets. The difference between these 2 paths. The first prioritizes money up front, while the second prioritizes skills and equity. 2 things every self-made millionaire I know has focused on. When I left school at 16 with no qualifications, I had multiple job offers. I chose to become a carpenter's apprentice, not because of the pay, but because I knew the skills would be valuable. There was no chance of earning equity in that business, but at least I was working for more than just a paycheck. That job taught me a lot. And even though I had to quit due to relentless bullying from my manager, I still use many of those skills today when designing my best-selling brand of radio-controlled planes. The key takeaway: building a diverse skill set makes financial struggles far less likely in the future. Every job I had when I was younger added to my skill set like a Swiss Army knife. Today, I recommend prioritizing online-based, high-income skills like copywriting, video editing, and coding. The demand for these skills is growing, yet most people in these fields aren't up to standard. In short, your competition isn't as tough as you might think. The second step is ignoring equity. Equity simply means owning a percentage of a business, allowing you to benefit from its profits. My brand of radio-controlled models is a prime example of this. I built it from the ground up, but there are multiple ways to gain equity. You can. The number 1 priority is to start your own business, which is what I did. Earn equity through skills is the second point, if you bring exceptional value to a company. Purchase equity is the point number 3, though this works best if you have the skills to help the business grow. A friend of mine often tells people to ask for equity at work or start their own businesses. While I agree with the idea, self-awareness is crucial. Before asking for equity, you must prove that you bring value. Early in my career, I never expected equity as an apprentice. I hadn't earned that right yet. The biggest mistake people make is chasing money while ignoring skills and ownership. If you focus solely on short-term earnings, you'll likely make less in the long run. The step number 2 is buying a luxury lifestyle too soon. Imagine yourself in Dubai, driving a bright yellow Lamborghini. You pull up to an exclusive restaurant and casually order a $500 steak. Sounds successful, right? Here's the reality. Many of the people living this lifestyle are drowning in debt. They lease cars they can't afford, fund vacations with credit cards, and post photos on social media to maintain an illusion of wealth. The truth? Real wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about being rich. Consider these statistics. 37% of Americans can't afford a $400 emergency expense. 39% worry about paying their bills. 60% of households can't afford to buy a new car. Once you've built real wealth, you can buy whatever you want. But in the early days, you can't spend like a king and build wealth at the same time. Instead of wasting money on depreciating assets like luxury cars and designer clothes, invest in appreciating assets, stocks, crypto, and real estate that generate income. The step number 4 is trying to do everything yourself. No matter how skilled you are, you'll never outperform a team of talented people working together. Take Elon Musk, for example. While he's seen as a genius entrepreneur, he didn't do it alone. He was part of the team that launched PayPal, which was later acquired for $1.5 billion. The PayPal team, known as the PayPal Mafia, went on to create companies like YouTube, Yelp, LinkedIn, and SpaceX. They didn't just work alone. They collaborated, invested in each other, and shared expertise. Even if you're just starting a side hustle, you don't have to do everything yourself. Many business owners, especially older ones, struggle with modern technology. They need help with websites, digital marketing, and automation tools, things younger generations often take for granted. If you want to tap into this opportunity, start by using an all-in-one management platform like Odoo. It allows you to help businesses streamline their operations while building a profitable skill set for yourself. The step number 5 is letting too many opinions influence you. Do you ever feel like you're being pulled in too many directions? From career choices to fitness routines, everyone has an opinion on what you should be doing. But too much input can lead to cognitive overload, where your brain becomes so overwhelmed that you struggle to take action. The solution? Start with the end goal in mind and work backward. The clearer your vision, the easier it is to filter out distractions and focus on advice that actually helps. Prioritize expert input over general opinions. Instead of listening to random people, seek guidance from those who have achieved success in your field. The step number 6 is blaming others. One of my favorite proverbs is, "The man who blames others has a long way to go. The man who blames himself is halfway there. The man who blames no one has already arrived." In life, you can either grab a magnifying glass or a mirror. The magnifying glass focuses on other people's faults, leading to the blame game. The mirror forces you to look at yourself and take responsibility. It's easy to blame your boss, the economy, or the government for your struggles. But successful people focus on what they can control instead of making excuses. The sooner you take ownership of your life, the faster you'll progress. The step number 7 is to stay in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone may feel safe, but it's also a prison that keeps you from growing. Studies show that over half of Brits never step out of their comfort zones, and nearly half worry they'll regret it. I've expanded my comfort zone repeatedly throughout my life, whether it was quitting a job, taking out a loan to start my business, traveling to China to find manufacturers, or even starting a YouTube channel at 53. Growth only happens when you push beyond your current boundaries. Your potential is limitless, but only if you're willing to claim it. If you found this valuable and want to learn how to manage your money every time you get paid, check out my videos. But before you go, Don't forget to subscribe if you're serious about growing your wealth.